initialized. 3, 2, 1, 0. Rampage mode activated.
These boys greet their dad as though they are genuinely glad to see him, as though they had really missed being away from him during the day and are anxious to talk to him.
See you at dinner. I'm going to emotionally ignore you.
I'm going to go drink and ignore your accomplishments, son. Have a nice day.
Notice how Mother seems to become angry herself because of Jeff's anger. Perhaps she shouldn't.
Get your mom a pack of cigarettes. Now make sure they're light because she's pregnant.
I'm going to go smoke some pipe tobacco, and when I come back out here, I'm going to punch you over a slight misunderstanding.
They knew there'd be unpleasant consequences from society.
And now there's not. So now we're fucked, and now everything's falling apart. Yay!
Nothing bad's going to happen if we do this. 9/11 has entered the chat. And the problem is that then the boomers let you overcorrect so far the other way, you know, where it's like, yeah, I don't care, cut your dick off. Who gives a shit?
And you're like, whoa!
Hey, hold on.
The women of this family seem to feel that they owe it to the men of the family to look relaxed, rested, and attractive at dinner time. Doesn't that sound exciting to you?
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
What are you people doing here? Welcome. Friday. It's Revenge of the Sis, and you know what that means? It's Friday night, you know what that means.
And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
That's nice. Yeah,
And he sued us.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Royce just cost Rumble $250,000.
And he sued us.
We are not off.
And we've been sued.
And we're all going to
And there we go. And now his brother's suing us.
Remember when
and now both of them are suing
Remember when
us.
he like tried to copyright that phrase?
Yeah, I know.
And he was like suing everyone.
And it's like, no, you can't just copyright that. So,
hi guys.
Hi, Rumble people. How are you? So I've been informed of a couple things. I've heard your complaints. Apparently there's an issue going on right now.
1488 watching right now on Rumble. What? It's the number.
Fucking based.
I mean, I'll screenshot it if you want.
1542
fuck
now.
it, chumps.
Too bad. Anyway. So a lot of people have been asking us. There's an issue going on right now with the chat room and the Android version of the Rumble app. So if you want the chat and all that, my recommendation is use Chrome or Brave and just go to Rumble, on the browser. You could still close. By the way, if it's in Brave or Chrome, you could still close the turn off your screen and listen to it the same way. So just so you FYI, so you know. So you know what's nice about Rumble? Something's not working. I could call one of the dudes and be like, "Hey man, it's not working." And he's like, "Oh, let's take a look at it."
Yeah.
Instead of like YouTube where it's
Or
not
if I
working.
get in
and
trouble, I could like reach out and go, "Hey, what specifically was it?" So I don't do it again.
This morning I immediately panicked and I texted him and then I had to go, "Oh no, it's fine." I immediately panicked. I'm already becoming the pain in the ass. I'm already a problem over here.
Hey, when I have a thing, how do I get a...
Oh shit, you might have seen it. You're in the group text actually. That's actually funny. If you look back, there's 3 paragraphs. I'm like, Daywave is not coming up on Rumble. And then I go, oh wait, there it is. Had to wait a second. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was one of those where I woke up, looked at it this morning, and I was like, okay, and do not disturb. I'm not to sleep.
Hey, at least you made it here.
Yeah, I had some issues on the way.
Yes, he did.
So I've been obviously without a car until probably well into next week. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So Royce is like, you just have to Uber it. Like when we have guests, I can't be in the other studio. The latency, it fucks up the leg. So whenever we have a guest, I have to be here. So like, yeah, I'll just take Uber, whatever. So I have been leaving like 30 minutes earlier than I even do on top of the hour I leave before the show starts. Just so I don't fuck it up. Fucking, obviously, Labor Day weekend, so the traffic is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But don't worry not. I left a half hour early. We're going to be fine. Uber got rear-ended.
Bro, how does that shit only happen to you? It's fucking crazy.
Wasn't it like...
Are you cursed or something? Did you kill a gypsy? Did you kill a gypsy? Tell me if you killed a gypsy.
Why do you think the name of my crew is the Bad Luck Boys?
No, I get it, but I mean, I get the joke. But like, seriously, did you like kill a gypsy's son or something, and maybe they cursed you? Think back.
No.
You ever screwed over anyone that looked like a gypsy?
No monkey paws.
Okay.
No, none of that. I don't know what happened.
Did you ever stand in the same fountain as somebody and wish you were somebody else and swap bodies, like a Freaky Friday situation, maybe?
Not that I know of.
Okay,
but
cool.
that would be.
But I did a lot of Molly,
I don't know how
so
that
who
would be
knows?
relevant to the car. Maybe it's a Final Destination type thing. Maybe I cheated death.
You know, till this day, and I'm not even kidding when I like. Are you the same way?
Log trucks.
I can't drive. I will not. I drive behind them. It just
That trailer
panic.
just
Fucked
traumatized the
me
whole
up,
generation of
man.
people. But yeah, so we were in there and just I'm sitting there, dude, fucking really nice Uber driver. You know, the kind of guy that's like he drives fast and aggressive enough, but not like a lunatic. But he's trying to get you there. But he's also following the rule. And he's just nice, pleasant talk, you know, whatever,
Right.
middle-aged dude. And then we're just sitting there chatting, and I have a little energy drink in my hand, and boom! And I mean, literally just fucking energy drink everywhere. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And it was literally some blonde, like, service industry chick that plowed into a dude, typical Florida broad.
Universal or Disney?
Are you talking about like the quality level?
Yeah, yeah, quality.
Like the caste system?
Correct.
Universal. Yeah.
Can I? You didn't tell me the car yet. Can I try to guess it? Okay. Oh wait, white, blonde hair. Okay. Universal level. Okay. I'm gonna guess a Kia or Hyundai. Hyundai. Okay, hold on. A Hyundai Santa Fe. What is it?
So close.
Sonata?
So close. It was one of the nicer Sonatas.
I was going to say Sonata at first. Fuck me.
I don't know if it was a Sonata. It
Okay.
was not the Santa Fe because it wasn't an SUV.
It wasn't an SUV.
But it was a Hyundai
Okay.
something or other.
It was Hyundai Kia equivalent vehicle.
I think I have
Okay.
that.
He's going to know. He has the year and model.
Well, I have her insurance. I have her insurance info.
Docs her. I'm kidding.
You ran into his car and now Dick Masterson's got his docs. Let's see.
I wonder.
Childish.
I wonder sometimes when like the you know the different demographic that usually hangs out at Rumble shows up on this show and hears us talking.
2021. White. Hyundai. Sonata.
Sonata. Okay, there it is. Sonata. Nice. Universal level, baby. I like it.
Yeah, so that was fun. And then the poor guy, the guy behind us was so dumb because she hit the guy behind us and the guy hit us so hard that it fucked me up.
I see.
Like, so I was like, wow, that was not. So the other guy's out there and he's such an idiot. He's like, I've never been in this situation before. What do I do? Like, do I call my insurance? And then they call their insurance? And like the Uber driver's like, oh, you don't do any of that shit. Just get her insurance. Do I give her my insurance info? He's like, you give her insurance info. She's at fault. And you call them. That's it. He was like trying to help him out.
Yeah. Did you guys call the Did he call the cops or? It's not even worth it at that point. If you have the insurance info, especially in state
And
like
I had
Florida,
to get I personally had to get the fuck out of there. And the Uber driver, his car really wasn't that fucked up. It like felt worse than it looked. So he was like, let's just get out of here. I'm like, all right.
You know what sucks? You want to know why your luck is bad? Had it been your car that you were driving and you would have got hit from behind, you would have gotten a rental car. Because it's a 2021, that means it's not paid off. That means she has to have the good insurance. So you would have gotten a free rental car, probably a Beamer if you even wanted it, and they have to cover it because they have to give you a rental car of equivalent.
It happens.
But
Wow,
instead,
salt his wounds. That's cool.
I mean, we're not going to be nice to each other. What kind of show are you watching here, man?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to feel really bad tomorrow.
Really bad? You're going to have a neck.
Really
Is your
bad?
neck hurting?
No, because I'm so in shock.
Oh, I get it. But once the adrenaline wears off.
Yeah.
Once the adrenaline wears off. You fucking asshole. Did you see Biden's uplifting uniting
was
speech?
this?
This is real.
I watched. Can I say something?
This is not a Photoshop. I am not showing you a Photoshop or an altered photograph. As a matter of fact, there's a video of CNN in real time changing the tint.
Mm-hmm. I did it from CNN. I want to say this. We don't do a lot of politics on Nightwave.
Or Daywave.
I did the entire speech last night because
Fucking nuts.
it was some of the most sinister shit I've ever seen and heard.
I mean, this is insanity, bro. What the fuck are these optics?
It's odd, right?
Yeah. Like, somebody said that there is some younger people that work in his, PR group or whatever that are trying to embrace the dark Brandon meme, the dark Brandon Rising meme. But the problem is, okay, maybe some people will get that, but normal people that are just tuning in to see this are going to go, like, I'm not talking about Republicans or Democrats. I'm talking about moderate, like a moderate person that goes,
dude, think about
bro,
it.
what is this?
Think about it this way. They're leaning into this dark Brandon thing. Is the equivalent of like if Trump started coming out in Warhammer 40K armor.
Exactly. Right? But dude, that is like sinister shit. Like
the whole thing was sinister. Every word that came out of his mouth was sinister. He just basically wrote off like 25% of the country as terrorists.
And and they're scared, and I'll tell you why. Not scared, but they know that they fucked up with this because a lot of the stuff from like the Defiant Dad stuff, that group of artificially pushed accounts has been a lot of like, actually, he never said anybody's name. So if you think you're that, you're the problem. Like they're doing the arguing like women thing, and I'm like, no, they're panicking because they know there's no way to turn this, even turn what he said, because the problem with making statements. I'm gonna play a couple clips here now. I'm gonna do the whole thing, but play a couple clips here now in a second. The problem with doing what you did here is like, there's a lot of normal people that are like, but my aunt has a MAGA hat. You know what I mean? But my parents are.
They just did that with that actress.
What are you doing?
The actress from Euphoria or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
She was, her family's like, she's from the South. And she went to like her mom's birthday party, and it was all family members. Like there was a lot of them there with MAGA hats, and it was a lot of country people at this party.
Course.
And she got a bunch of backlash for it.
And it's like, well, you can't control what your family likes or doesn't like or who they vote for. And that didn't used to fucking matter. But like, I think that's the biggest issue here. So I got a couple here.
As preparation for the
Do you hear that?
2022 and 2024 elections. They're tried.
Let's go, Brandon.
And fuck Joe Biden. They were doing the straight up old school one. The best
Too
part,
much of what's happening.
The best part was he actually referenced that crowd at one point.
Yeah.
And that crowd all started screaming and cheering, and they all sounded louder than the crowd he had that was mic'd, that was next to the stage.
Did he also yell at a fat guy in the front row, even though he's supposed to be a face? Even though people get fired from AEW for doing the same thing?
But then went back to being a baby.
People have been fired for fat shaming, remember?
God, you're right.
Remember the entire AEW's organization came out to defend Adam Cole for not being big enough? Or for making fun of Nyla Rose for looking like a fucking hippo?
Are you saying this fat guy doesn't get pussy? Isn't the best burn?
Bro. All because he was chanting Colt Cabana, which is hilarious. Anyway.
Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal.
Agreed.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations.
He's not the president anymore.
Remember he said he was going to bring down the temperature. Remember he said, I'm going to bring down the temperature.
I said this last night.
We're
going to unite people.
Big uniter.
We're uniting. The first day in office, he said, and I quote, my first day in office, we're going to focus on uniting this country and building back better. And then you immediately said, well, except for the 20 to 30% of Americans that I think are terrorists because they disagree with me. Can I say something? Can I say what my favorite part of the speech was? My favorite part of the speech was towards the end when he literally promised to cure cancer.
Oh, yeah. But obviously, look, man.
Did you see that?
Yes, of course. Look, if you can.
I'm going to cure. We're going to beat cancer. Bro, I've never seen a bolder campaign promise. Even Trump didn't do that. We're going to cure cancer.
There was a few people saw joking like, hey, did you see the Biden speech? It's like, no, it was on during Tucker. It was just really funny.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know.
Of our republic. Now, I want to be very clear. very clear
That
up
would be the first time you've ever been very clear.
front. Not every Republican, not even the majority of Republicans are MAGA Republicans.
And by the way, a lot of people, we've been focusing on, and I think rightfully so, and everybody has this, like, his deterioration of his brain, right? Like, he's falling apart, he has dementia, whatever. But they're also, now, whenever he has to make these big speeches, they prepare for a few days ahead of time. Biden gets a bunch of naps. And this is stuff that's come out. Like, I'm not, like, saying any conspiracy
He gets
stuff.
a
He
bunch
does.
of naps.
And they are giving him, somebody who used to work wrote in a book that came out that they were giving him experimental things to keep him going and to keep his brain going. But see, people think like, oh shit, now we're going to get Biden. People forget something. That 1976 Biden that you remember, that Biden, he was a fucking asshole. Like, people think that he was always this, like, oh, nice old man. No, this was the Biden who used to point at people's faces, plagiarize stuff during campaign speeches.
Yeah, don't think that Hector Salamanca is adorable now just because he's ringing a little bell in a wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
Yes,
mean? He tried
exactly.
to drown his own nephews.
Exactly. He tried to fuck his own daughter.
You know what I mean?
So, here we are.
Not every Republican embraces their extreme ideology. I know, because I've been able to work with these mainstream
Liz Cheney.
Republicans.
Mainstream
See,
Republicans.
this is what they're doing. They're basically dividing and conquering, and they're saying all of these Republicans that are a legit threat, the ones that'll actually push back, those are the bad ones. They're terrorists. We're going to now pick what Republicans are allowed to be Republicans. Like, imagine if we were like, look, we only are going to work with the Democrats we like, and the rest of y'all, we're just not. We're gonna just label you terrorists.
Let's find out who's a mainstream Republican. Let me play a little game. Hey, Virgie, do me a favor. Go to Dan Crenshaw's Twitter account and let me know what he had to say about this. I haven't seen it. I'm just curious.
All right.
All right, just you can pipe in whenever you got it, okay?
But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans.
Good.
The only people that are intimidated are you.
Good.
You're intimidated. This is a dying beast, flinging and flailing and doing. Here's what happened. Everything else didn't work. This is what happens when everything else doesn't work. The last step is always anger. It's always, why the fuck aren't you listening to me? Why don't you like me? And that's where we're at now. We're at the end game. And you don't come back from this now. There's no coming back from this. So I think for normal people, how do you come back from an eerie Nazi rally?
Royce.
Yes.
Radio silence on the Crenshaw front.
Mainstream Republican. Let's try another one. Liz Cheney. Just pipe in whenever.
And that is a threat to this country. These are hard things.
By the way, you know why there's radio silence from Dan Crenshaw? Because he fucking agrees with him.
Of course.
He does agree with him that we're not all MAGA Republicans.
Radio silence on the
Okay,
Cheney
let's
front.
change. Much appreciated.
Weird. Hey, can I get one?
Sure.
Can I get a Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Marjorie
can
Taylor.
I get a Josh Hawley?
Yeah. Okay. How about this? I'll do one better for you. You do look up Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I'll tell you what give you. I'm not even going to look it up. I have Senator Kennedy's response with him talking. One of our favorite people.
I love this old coot.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite people. So, here we go.
Let's bring in Senator John Kennedy, Senate Judiciary Committee. He's one of the most insightful and entertaining lawmakers out there today. Senator, we just got to get your take on that speech last night. I guess he wanted a red, white.
Well, that's worse than an Alabama mudslide with a pig slop in it, or something like that. Him and Jim Cornette talk very similarly, you know?
My favorite part about that was the gas one, when he was just like, well, if the gas prices keep going up, it's just eventually going to be cheaper to do a bunch of cocaine and just run there. I love this man.
Blue, but it came out pure red.
So,
and
Marjorie Taylor Greene is still bitching about Kiwi Farms.
Got it.
She's still is she still on that?
And the FBI raids.
Okay,
Does that moron?
She's talking about FBI raids, and then occasionally like.
Does she not have
ending
one
at
person in her circle that can be like, it wasn't Kiwi Farms?
No.
The person that swatted you literally called and said, hi, I'm Al from Kiwi Farms. My name is Jonathan Kiwi Farms. I don't think that's
lawmakers out there today. Senator, we just got to get your take on that speech last night. I guess he wanted it red, white, and blue, but it came out pure red, and he came out loaded for bear. A political speech more suited for the DNC. What are your thoughts?
Well, I guess, Brian, I'd make 3 points. Number one,
that Kenny Omega's a piece of shit. Now, I'll tell you right now, you go up there doing your flippy shit. Yeah, that's what he reminds me of.
He also reminds me of every racist prosecutor in a John Gresham movie.
Yes.
Like every Time to Kill.
He'd be very sweaty.
Yes.
The speech, I really understand why it's an unassailable fact that age.
He reminds me of Foghorn Leghorn when he gets his beak blown off.
Yes.
Does not guarantee wisdom. Number two, we saw the President Biden we saw last night was really every inch Joe Biden, the politician. His speech was a very cynical attempt to fill our heads with stupid. And number three, I thought to myself, what a missed opportunity to talk to the American people straight up.
By the way, he didn't mention inflation once, just so you know in the speech.
He didn't mention anything
except MAGA Republicans.
Except that we're going to war with 25%, 30% of the country.
Yeah.
About the reasons when they lie down and sleep at night, they can't. He could have talked about crime, inflation, learning loss by our children, the mountains of fentanyl coming across the border, killing our teenagers. Instead, he chose to say to the American people, if you don't agree with me about higher taxes, more government, if you don't agree with me that moms are birthing people, if you don't agree with me that government has a constitution.
And by the way, this has slipped out because remember before this, we played the press secretary saying the same thing, that if you're not with the majority, you're an extremist.
Which is not the definition of extremism.
Constitutional right to talk to your 5-year-old about sexuality, you're a bad person, and you're not even an American. And it was, I guess after it was over, I said to myself, it's really true. I've said this before, but the water's not going to clear up in Washington until we get the pigs out of the creek.
There's one. There's
That's
one. There's
Royce.
one.
Royce has bingo.
There's one.
And no one is coming to save us but ourselves. I hope people will go vote.
Here's a clip, by the way, Senator, so we can let our viewers see what you're talking
about. Bro, every single clip of and I've watched, they've watched the whole speech basically, but any clip of the speech that you play is enraging. Like it's enraging.
Hear me out on this.
Yeah.
We're going to cure cancer, though. He said he was going to do it.
He's going to kill all the cancer patients?
Talking about.
They were watching
Any
Tucker.
cut that you take out of that Biden speech looks like a deleted scene from V for Vendetta.
Bro, V for Vendetta is a very good, yes. I was thinking of The Dictator from Equilibrium, the Christian Bale movie.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, that's a good
Donald
reference.
Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution.
But you're the one trying to take the Second Amendment away and part of the First.
They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize
Black Lives Matter.
The will of the people.
Are you serious? The majority of people didn't want to be locked down and have masks on their face. You fucking
Not that. That's different because that's science.
Oh.
They refuse to accept the results of a free election.
Yes, we're on Rumble. You stole it. He stole it.
He's stealing.
You stole the
He's
election,
stealing.
you fuck. That's probably why 81 million, suck my fucking dick. You don't go from having an 81 million point lead and then going back and being like, oh, wow, only 33% of the country likes me. I don't care how bad you are. Numbers don't drop like that. Okay, and also pizza boxes, obviously.
I mean, like, Reagan was a literal criminal, broke laws, and he was still killing it.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
He was
Exactly.
flagrantly breaking the law.
Yeah.
And they're working right now, as I speak, in state after state, to give power to decide elections in America. MAGA forces.
Hey, does it piss you off that our governor took away the victory of you being able to announce that masks are no longer required on planes? That's why they were really mad, because they were going to get rid of it anyway, by the way. They weren't going to reinstate it because its numbers were already so bad at that point. It was stupid to. But DeSantis took it away from you. He goes, no. I took the mask off their faces. So not you, though. And that's why they were mad. And that's why they were angry. See, because every time they talk about what you're describing, Mr. President, is called state rights. And that's why we have governors and local politicians. So we could do whatever the fuck we want in our state.
Are determined.
Bro, remember when he went to that school to do the speech and the students were standing there all with the masks on and he came in and he's like, take those off. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care if you want to keep it on, but if you don't want to wear those, you take
I'm not
them off
gonna
right
make
now.
you.
And they were like 5 out of 6 of the kids were like,
Fuck this.
To take this country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose.
But you didn't let me choose whether I wanted to get vaccinated and be a nurse, for example.
That's different.
Why?
Because if you can just save one life.
Oh. But a lot of people died because of the vaccine. A lot of people died because of the vaccine.
But think of all the people who
died of the vaccine. I am. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm also thinking of, I don't know one person.
There's been no upside to this, huh?
I haven't asked one person who decided not to get vaccinated, do you regret it? And they've said, yes, I regret not getting vaccinated. I haven't had one person say that. I have asked a lot of people in real life, do you regret getting vaccinated? And they've said, yes, I regret it. Now that I know everything, I shouldn't have done it. But it's either I needed my job. What am I going to do? My company made me do it. I can't afford to pay for testing 2 times a week, Or I wanted to see my dying grandmother.
Or I didn't want my team to have to forfeit for the whole season.
Aaron Rod, for example. Exactly.
No right to privacy. No right to contraception. No right to marry who you love.
Literally nobody stopped contraception or marrying who you love. None of that happened. So what are you referring to? Before the meth runs out.
Republicans look at America and see carnage and darkness and despair.
Because we have eyeballs and ears and noses. Because we could smell the shit. And we could taste the low quality our food is now. And we can hear police sirens outside.
And we can hear our babies crying because they don't have baby formula.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing. Nothing happening now is good. Do you understand in California, after saying that there's going to be no more gas cars in 2035, yesterday, LA told people do not charge your electric cars because it'll overload the grid. Now, how? Yes.
But you told me I had to get an electric car.
You do. But you drive it when I say you drive it.
But I did what you told me
Yeah,
to do.
where are
I
you
did.
taking your car? I'll let you see if I can approve it.
But if I just had a gas car, I could just...
Yeah, well, if you had a gas can, you've got a Cunha. So,
isn't
where do you
fair.
want to drive? Put in a requisite form. I'll let you know if you're allowed to drive there.
This isn't fair.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to fair, you wouldn't live in California, now would you? And
Hey,
now
Mersh,
you can't leave because I won't authorize it.
What?
Yeah. Escape from LA.
Mersh, it's not like they could just shut your car off or anything while you're driving.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, guys, everybody keep getting electric cars that they could shut off whenever the fuck they feel like.
Yeah,
remotely.
or drive it into a fucking guardrail like Michael Hastings. But
There you
whatevs.
go.
It's not like eventually they're gonna sell DLCs for leaving your fucking city.
Yep.
Like, wait a minute, I have to unlock Tampa Bay area?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
At least they upgraded so you could swim in this one, though.
Well,
yeah,
you made
right?
8?
I bought a Tesla and I forgot how to swim. As soon as I touch water, I die.
Tesla starts electrocuting all the dolphins like in The Simpsons. That joke still works today, by the way.
Is that Ed Begley?
Yeah. That joke works so well, by the way, even to today, because of how expensive electric cars still are. When he goes, now, how is this different from a train or a boat, which I also can't afford? It's one of my favorite lines.
Fear and lies. Lies told for profit and power.
Like COVID?
But I see it different.
Like Russiagate? Like that your son's fucking laptop, by the way, was vetted by 30 former CIA people, and they said that was Russian disinformation. And then New York Times went, yeah, no, it wasn't, though. And because you ignored the post and you fucking matumboed them from getting a story in that would have affected the election. Although, honestly, a lot of people are going like, it could have affected the election. They were going to steal it anyway. I don't really know if it would have done anything. They stole it anyway, right?
Yeah,
So it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, that's the thing. Last night, I even showed the Wisconsin and Michigan and all those states that, remember with the 3 a.m. jump?
Yes.
When it was just at that straight line up.
Yeah, the 3 a.m. fucking pole vault to the finish line.
By the way, did you see somebody, because that looks like an F, put that with the BI, which I thought was really funny. Yeah, and he's fucking, they try to fucking, let me tell you, this guy talking about unity and this country and you know, why are people scared? Because you're raiding the former president of the United States over some files that he was allowed to declassify whenever he wanted, by the way. You don't think that right now, if fucking Obama's house, he doesn't have some little confidential keepsakes that he has? Of course they all do. They always do.
America. An America with an unlimited future.
It's pretty limited if we're using wind and power.
I think Obama has like one embroidered napkin from like Epstein Island's banquet room.
Yes.
That he just every once in a while.
You think he
takes it.
smells it? He sniffs it sometimes? He goes,
And not even like in a weird way, but just because of the food that night.
yeah.
That's right.
See, it was a
The
Chilean
prime
sea
rib
bass.
that night.
Oh, it's a Chilean sea bass.
It's all right.
It's about to take off. I hope you see it as well.
Senator, you know a lot of MAGA Republicans. Does he describe
She's the
them
best one we could get for Fox and Friends in the morning. I mean,
yeah.
accurately?
All the blonde ones have their own shows now.
It's almost like Rupert Murdoch.
Exactly.
Well, not Rupert Murdoch. Roger
Rupert.
Ailes.
Sorry, yeah, Rupert
Roger
Murdoch's
Ailes.
actually fine. Roger Ailes, yes.
Well, he sounds like a long-winded description and definition of what Secretary Clinton called deplorables. The people that President Biden is talking about, some of whom supported President Trump, some
can I
didn't.
give Kennedy some props on this? The last time Hillary did that, remember how her polling dropped the moment she called half the country deplorables? The stuff you're doing, I kind of ask myself sometimes, and I'm not saying trying to be tinfoil hat, but like, are they trying to lose? Because of some of the stuff they're doing, it's like rating Trump only made Trump more popular. He was actually losing steam, and they put him in the forefront again, right? Now, fucking doing this with the evil lighting behind them, like these people aren't stupid. They know what it looked like. We're not going to sit here and go, how did they not know? They had to know, right? What it looked like. Maybe they just, I don't know, want to lose. I don't understand. Like normal people listen to any part of that speech and they'll go, bro, what the fuck? Listen to any one of Trump's speeches, no matter how shitty he was specifically towards the end. But listen to any one of Trump's speeches. You would not hear anything even remotely as divisive as what he said yesterday.
Are the people who get up every day, go to work, obey the law, pay their
even when
taxes.
Trump was clumsily stumbling through like things, it still was like trying to bring people together. You know, it would be like, we're going to bring the white people and the Chinamen and the African Americans.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, we love our African Americans. You're like, all right, you're being weird right now, but
we get it.
He's still being uniting in a weird,
Exactly.
in a very stumbly, weird, old racist boomer way, but he's trying.
Try to teach their kids morals. They do want to make, they are proud of America. They do want to make America great again. They just don't agree with President Biden's neo-socialist woke agenda. They don't believe in bigger government. They don't believe in higher taxes. They don't believe in more spending. They don't believe in more regulation. They don't believe in more debt. They don't believe that we ought to turn our cops into social workers. They don't believe that stuff. And I think...
He's turning a lot of cops into fucking security guards. But I mean, you know, they should. Like, fucking, I've seen too many body cam footages and woman thinking it's a fucking taser when it's a gun. Like, I mean, come on. But outside of that, I do agree with him.
Women cops are funny.
Good news. Good. By the way, unemployment is up, FYI. But that's okay. You want to know why?
I thought there were just jobs everywhere. I thought we were printing jobs.
No, that's money you're thinking of. Now watch.
God damn it. That was really fucking funny.
So, as you know, the good news is in August, the economy created 315,000 jobs, which is important. We have created nearly 10,000 million jobs since President...
10,000 million jobs!
Whoa.
That's not even a real number. That's how many they created.
Bro, 10,000 million billions.
10,000 gajillion. Bro, it's a child. They're letting
sounds like a kid.
They're letting a child. Oh, fuck the video. Hold on.
Oh,
let me pull it
really?
up. Here
Did
you
you
go.
make
Did
a
it
couple
again. Sorry,
million
guys.
jobs? Well, I made 10 million, 1,000 million.
Bajillion
So,
gorillion.
as you know, the good news is in August, the economy created 315,000 jobs, which is important. We have created nearly 10,000 million jobs since President Biden took office.
Guys, do you think she lets boys in her club?
I don't think she lets boys anywhere near her club, okay? I'll tell you right now. The only thing that's going in her fucking club is another club.
Yeah, if you're a guy, I have a feeling you're going to be standing outside the club all night, all years.
And the sound of two lubed up suction cups.
Standing in line like, you ever get, nah, man, you're not on the list.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Which is the fastest job growth.
And also a made-up number. Everything's awesome if you just lie. But you can lie and you can say whatever you want. Bro, Mersh, I could dunk a basketball.
No way. You're super
Show me.
athletic, bro.
No, you bigot. Why would I have to?
Look, the science clearly shows that I can dunk a basketball.
Yeah.
And
Michael Jordan's a man. I'm a man. Hello?
In history, so you're asking me where's the success? Here it is.
The 10 billion gajillion million
10,000
jobs.
million jobs. Yeah. You're not proud of 10,000 million jobs? You don't think that's impressive?
That's not to me, sir.
Let me finish. Wait.
Let me finish. I have other numbers I have to make up.
I have other childish made up numbers that I need to blurt out.
Exactly. Million, babillion. By the way,
Banana
guys, front page of Rumble. Top video.
Front page and 3,628 people
Front page
watching,
of
y'all.
Oh, shit.
Front page of Rumble.
I forgot
Front
we were
page
on
of
Rumble for a
Front page of
second.
Rumble. Yeah, we're on Rumble.
Okay, yeah. Fucking that bitch's hair reminds me of the Brillo at the end of a used crack pipe.
Yeah,
Can't ever say it. We're always on YouTube.
I know. Very good.
Leave pipe cleaner head alone.
So,
Why needs another glass rose?
did you see this?
I did see this.
Well,
I'm going to
guys,
spoil it for those that didn't.
we have a response.
I know I'm a couple minutes early, so maybe there isn't. Brent's typing. Nice. Hello, happy Thursday. Coming in loud and clear on my headphones on UA. Amazing. And I just talked to Vox, too.
It's a little fast. Let me see if I can slow it down here a little bit.
Yeah, somebody, I guess they're doing it for
No,
copyright.
I get why.
And
I got it.
I was invited to do the Revenge of the Sis. And as you know, they were not too happy with me for a long time.
True.
And I talked to Vox about it because I was, because they're covering the Gavin thing positively. And they're like, we should talk to Owen. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to talk to these guys. And why not? You know, if they want to have Vox on or if they want to have me on, that's fine.
Hold on. Owen, with all due respect, and I'm not starting beef again with Vox, by the way. That's not what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
All I'm
no.
saying is we want to have you on.
Yeah,
let's be honest. That's the person we want to talk to.
I mean,
because...
did we make fun of the dork
Yeah,
lord
we
a little
did,
bit
we
and
did.
stuff?
Yeah, we
Sure,
did.
but I mean,
By the way, I want to be clear here because I understand that if this was the other way around, the first thing I would think is like, oh, it's bad intentions. What's going?
oh, of course.
This is not. This is. I mean,
I straight up
sincerely.
said I wouldn't even blame Owen if he said
No,
nah,
if
I
you,
wouldn't
I
even-
look. I get why he would be wary. I understand that, but that being said, this is not a gotcha. We're not trying to fucking do that.
It's like I said on Nightwave. Like we're not gonna it's not gonna be like an ambush.
No, of course
But we're
not.
also not gonna suck your dick for an hour.
No.
You know what I mean? This is just come on, man. We'll be
talk.
cool.
I don't want to. Again, like I said, there's certain things that we said. You know, he didn't know COVID was coming, but there's some shit he did where you're like, bro, that was a smart move. You know what I mean? Where you're
Mhm.
like, looking back, you're like, man, I kind of wish Book could just be out there. No one fucking talk to me. So I get that. And honestly, the thing you do with Gavin, I think is important. I think there's a lot of people online. I'm trying to get too involved in that because it ain't my fucking, fight. But I just see there's a lot of people that are trying to be like, oh no, it's funny. And I'm like, I mean, I guess a joke for who though? Like, if no one was ever going to find out, like, who's it funny for?
No, I know, but I just think there's a history of we've never done that, but there's a history of people doing that on the internet.
Okay, I got
You know what I mean? Like fucking remember Ethan Klein did that with Crowder, and
That's
like a lot of
right.
people do.
That's right.
Yeah, so people sometimes go like, "That's fucked up." We've never done that. Like I think we've started to. I think our reputation has started to repair over time.
I mean, but the only prerequisite, and I'll be right up front, it'll probably have to be on I wanted to rather be on a Rumble Friday or something because
so we don't get nuked off the
Yeah,
planet.
we don't want to get off because anything you say that we might
Can and
talk
will be
about
used
that's
against you in
conspiracy
the
shit or
YouTube
COVID
court of
shit,
law.
Might be that.
Because I was listening to the great Mike Tyson. So if anybody listens to Revenge of the Sis or Mersh or any of those guys, let them know it's fine. That either Vox, if they want to have Vox on, that could be a fascinating conversation. Vox is a really smart guy. They can bury the
why
hatchet.
Vox?
They can talk about the future. They
Why
can talk
why
about
are you
whatever,
trying to
or I will do it.
Why are we trying to squeeze Vox into this?
Or you will do it. No, I want to talk to Owen. I mean, that was always the biggest back and forth, right? You know,
Yeah.
and again, like I said, I ain't trying to fucking none of us are trying to fucking ambush you. I ain't fucking got you or anything. I don't know, talk and maybe we don't fucking yell anymore. I don't want to fight everybody all the time. You know what I mean? And honestly, Owen did something that I respect. I mean, being
Also,
honest.
Owen's been infinitely less retarded than he was when he was being retarded.
Agree with that. I will
like.
agree
I
with
think we
that.
could agree. I think he would agree that there was a little bit of a period of time there where he was being fucking retarded. He's breaking beer bottles in the backyard, being a madman.
And to be fair,
and he pulled. It looks like he pulled the nose up. You know,
and more power to him. A lot of people complain and lean into it, and
the reason we don't cover him anymore is because we're not
He's
getting
not-
the clips
he's
of him
not
like
doing
being a fuck-
anything.
That's the thing. We stopped covering him when people go, "You guys never cover Owen." It's like he's not doing fucking complete lunacy in his backyard anymore.
Yeah.
There was a
He's
time
doing
when
streams. He's talking about stuff.
there was a time when the
like,
clips were daily. They'd be like, "Dude, he went 7 hours last night drinking. You want to see some of the ends? Like literally him breaking full beers in his hands and stuff." And you're like, what?
But either way, I mean, look. To be fair, we're not. I mean, we've done a lot of retarded shit ourselves. By the way,
And now his videos are all like, "Yeah, man. So the green beans are coming in really good."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, I guess
good for him.
Not
That's all
much
I
to
think
rip
about
on.
is like, yeah.
You know, kids are healthy. You're like, all right. I mean, cool. That's good.
You know, I mean, again, the thing with us, like for a lot of people, shit gets personal. For us, it was funny. It was just funny goofing on someone screaming about the moon, and that to me
Yeah.
is funny.
It's
you know?
it's literally it's nothing personnel, kid. It's like the fucking same thing with like James Robert Clark. It's like
I love that guy.
I love
He's
that
such
guy.
an idiot.
I love that guy,
Such an idiot.
and it's like people will go, "Why do you cover this guy so much?" And I'm like, "Cause he like every once in a while you find one that goes, this guy's just gonna be really funny
Bro,
for a
he
while."
is. And it's so unaware.
I want to
But
thank
anyway,
you for contacting me.
That's about it. I mean, that's the truth. Again, look, it ain't a fucking ambush. I don't
Well,
think
there's
any of
people
us
that go,
want
"You
that.
don't hate Owen anymore." Like we never hate. Remember when even back then, people like when we were getting all of his weird, fucking crazy ex bears that were like,
leave
"Yeah,"
Gabby out of this.
but they were like baying for blood, and we were like, "Look, I don't know what kind of fallout or bitterness you had with Owen, but I don't. You know, I don't actually care about any of this, right? But if there's a clip of him making an ass of himself, send it. But like." Do you guys like log off at the end of the day and still think about Owen? Because I'm like, I don't. We'll play
But,
video
you know,
games.
whatever. And it sucks because regardless of where we start, it sucks that a guy can't even fucking have a PayPal. That sucks regardless of who you are, right? But anyway,
sure does. Ain't that right, Virgie?
Yep.
You made
fucking assholes. I don't even know what the fuck I did. I didn't even do anything.
Sorry,
Son of a
Virgie.
bitch.
Well, have you seen this Busta Rhymes video?
No.
Bro, this is wild. This is from 5 days ago. So he was doing a concert, whatever. I forget where he was at. And I don't need to explain it to you. You just need to watch. The only thing to point out is just keep an eye on his hand, okay? That woman's trying to touch him.
Stop the music. Back up. Back up. I dropped my ring down here. Hey, yo, shorty, you with your man, right? That's your girl? What kind of shit you won't let her continue to grab me up?
Imagine looking up and that's what you see.
I'm a grown man, I'll fuck your girl, bro.
I'm a grown man, I'll fuck your girl, bro.
I don't want to fuck the girl. I got a good woman at home. Tame your girl.
Look at the guy, look at the guy, look at the girl. Oh my God. Can I say I'm on Busta Rhymes side here?
I think he's
Absolutely.
a little bit too old school for this world.
Yeah. But you love seeing it, right?
Oh, yeah, I love seeing it.
I think this was in Orlando.
Look, I like based black dudes.
Was this in Orlando? Because the guy's wearing a Magic shirt. And it's a white guy, so you know it's not because of fashion.
That's right.
It's because he's a fan.
Oh, no.
This is a weird day. Weird.
Fuck that bitch.
She touched me and shit. Like that's a little funny ass camera phones being filmed. And I don't agree with that. She might do some police shit. I'm not with it. She ain't for my day. My time, we ain't fuck with all these cameras, homie. Take your girl and tell her to stand behind you. Have your girl stand behind you, bro. Stand behind your man, sweetheart.
And what you caught at the end of the video was her starting to stand behind him. So what are we thinking, Marsh? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking Busta Rhymes is a fucking absolute fucking based red-pilled dude.
He's been a fucking legend lately, actually. He's been the other one that was talking shit about the vax and stuff.
Yeah, it was funny. He was at the scene of a shooting in New York.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it was like the weirdest article ever because they were like shooting on like 34th Street. Busta Rhymes appears. And it was like, you could just tell they didn't want to write two different stories, but it was like, there was some club party. And then like, I guess after the shooting, a bunch of people came, like, you know, people, oh, somebody got shot outside to a party. He just happened to be at a club and him and his friends just came outside to look and they were like, well, it's boring. It's just some rando got shot by some rando. We got to spice it up. Busta Rhymes was there? All right, get me a picture. Get me art. And we'll add a little picture of Busta Rhymes standing there bewildered on a cell phone. And then the article almost, like the headline makes it seem like Busta Rhymes was involved in the shooting. And you're
Well,
like,
yeah,
oh,
but of course they do that, though, so you...
You're like, ooh, and you read it, and then you're like, wait, so Busta Rhymes just happened to be at this party and came outside like every other fucking looky-loo? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Another...
Yo, you know somebody that...
Another guy, black guy, who always says what's on his mind?
Yeah. That actually make
Harry Spears.
good music, man. Lizzo.
Lizzo?
Yeah, bro. Have you heard her shit, yo? Like, as a songwriter, yo.
I can't get past the fact that she looks like the shit emoji.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Sir, you dropped your crown.
I think very often people forget how fucking good Harry Spears is. And he is ruthless.
Holy shit.
He said that like he's been holding on to it for a minute.
I remember Ari Spears' very famous story. He almost got into a fight with Paul and Young Ron in South Florida, which was the local two radio guys there, because he came on and they kept trying to get him to do impressions, but like really poorly. Like it was a lot like, what would Mike Tyson sound like? He goes, yo man, can we just like talk about like I'm doing stand up and like got a show and shit. Like I don't want to have to fucking like jump through hoops and like be your monkey. Do whenever you want me to do impressions. And they got into this whole fight about it. Like Ari Spears is fucking nuts, dude. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he will. He'll fight you,
bro. Have you heard her shit, yo? Like as a songwriter, yo.
I can't get past the fact that she looks like the shit emoji.
Yo.
Very beautiful girl. She's got a very pretty face. But she keeps showing her body off, nigga. Like, come on, man. Come on, yo.
Honestly, there's
That's so
never been
fair.
a better way to describe it than that.
That's so fair. The way, come on, man.
I'm sorry. Listen, I ain't the most in shape nigga in the world, but I still, when you funny and you got swagger and confidence and you decent looking, I think I'm at least handsome, you get pussy. But a woman
He's actually not wrong about that statement.
that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble.
Built like a plate of mashed potatoes.
Is he getting
why I
any
can't-
Is he getting any backlash from this?
You don't think? I don't know, but I don't think
Because Lizzo fans and the body positive people.
I don't think they give a fuck,
Sorry, this is why I can't hate black people.
dude. Fuck. That killed me. Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! He's killing
I'm
this.
sorry. But musically, yo, she go hard, man. She a good songwriter, though.
Oh, yo, she's dope. Her music hard, her body ain't.
Fuck, he's a machine gun. He's a machine gun.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh, here they come. The wall of Braveheart bitches.
Look, we don't have Patrice, and in no way am I saying that Ari Spears is on the same level as Patrice.
But we need to keep the good ones we have alive.
But it's something.
The field coming
He's
over
like
the hills.
Kirkland Patrice.
Yeah, Kirkland Patrice. I'll take it.
Are you ready for a war? You can hear the horses thumping on the fucking ground. It's about to. Uh-oh, here he come. Who that motherfucker think he is? Be body shaming fat motherfucker.
Hey, yo. It's another thing, yo.
You know what kills me?
Yo.
Hold on. You know what kills me about women?
Oh, this is gonna be good. Hey, guys, get comfortable.
Is the hypocrisy and the contradiction. Yes, queen, slay queen. Yes, queen, slay. Yeah, girl, your confidence. Fuck diabetes. Fuck heart problems. Fuck heart disease, cholesterol. Y'all all claim womanhood and about sisterhood and support for your sister, when it come to that ridiculous shit. But if you really gave a fuck, why wouldn't you go, black girl, we love you. We love your confidence, boo-boo. But this ain't it. This ain't it. That's the real love. Y'all are jumping.
Okay, Aries, here, I can help you on this one, buddy. I got you. Women fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
And they want to push people like Lizzo up. That way there's always somebody that they could look at and go, oh, I'm not her. Woo.
And nowadays, women can say that I'm hotter than a fucking pop star, too.
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
Jump on me for making jokes, but y'all won't fucking be real and go, sister, put the eclair down. This ain't it.
I like that she's eating a fancy French dessert. And by the way, Mersh, I will not be going to Paris. I heard a rap song, and there are African Americans there now.
Mealtime.
Oh, there sure are.
Speaking of that, right, because she does have issues with her weight, right? And it's actually
yeah.
That's a good way
a
of putting it.
video online of her crying about being fat shamed. Did you see that video of her crying?
We all do. I do.
But yeah, man, she says she be having an issue, man, with people fat shaming her about her weight and cracking jokes about how big she is.
Well, how you gonna have issues, but at the same time show your whole ass at an NBA game?
I mean, my man's got a point. My man's got a fucking point.
He's the best.
You can't show your ass crack and
That's-
be mad motherfuckers
he's
noticed
right.
it.
He's right, though, right? He's 100% right. Oh, fuck.
As comedians, we take what the defense gives us. You don't want to be put out there? Then don't put it out there. And again, I know. Listen, I ain't never met a plate of pasta I didn't like. I'm a pasta hooer, nigga. I'm trying. It's an everyday struggle for me. I come from a family where, we drank fried milkshakes.
What the fuck even is a fried milkshake?
I think he's probably joking.
Yeah, obviously.
But, bro, I mean, he is on fucking
Harry Spears has never not been funny.
point, dude.
He's always been one of the top guys.
Of
man,
course,
Mad
but
TV.
like, damn, man, that was fucking just an evisceration of her. That was great.
Shit emoji is brutal. That was brutal.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. I'm checking to see if there's any Rumble rants. I believe it. Is that what they're called?
3,784 watching.
And yes, there was a Rumble rant, and I'm trying to go up and grab it because I don't know of a better
You guys
way.
are just fantastic today. Almost hit 3,800. We're the big boys now.
I'm farting and shitting. Somebody just donated a Rumble. Thank you. That's a great.
We're
donation.
taking over, Rumble.
Sorry, out of the way, Andrew Tate. Let's see here. The conservative cannabis. Love y'all. Have an awesome day, dudes. Thank you. Cheeseburger 6 bought 3 beers. Just a heads up for those who don't know, Roku TV has a Rumble app. Oh, Roku TV does have a Rumble app. The main reason my wife and I use YouTube to watch you guys is that I can cast to the TV. Rumble it is. You can cast to your TV from the Rumble app as well. Cheeseburger 6 bought 3 beers. Just a heads up for those. Oh, you said it twice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sometimes I think it just double comes through. Carl Zappa's damp sock. What? Carl Zappa's damp sock? Bought 3 beers. Like your glasses, Mersh, you put me in mind of a scuffed, pleasantly rotund Michael O'Donoghue, although he was a scuffed version of himself. So make that what you will.
Sure.
Analysis paralysis bought a beer. Did you guys see that during Biden's speech, CNN changed their broadcast so that the red background looked pink? Today has been fun. Yeah, we actually mentioned that earlier. All you guys, I throw rocks at retards. All you guys ever do is talk about Owen. And why don't you ever talk about Owen anymore? Wait, what?
He's just never going to win.
They don't win. Spitfire 01, honestly, did OBS just disconnect on me? It did. Fuck's going on?
Oh, deep state.
Try again.
Deep
Hold
state's
on.
Deep state's attacking.
This is super weird. What's going on? Sorry, I don't. If you're listening in the podcast version,
I think it's back.
no, it's not. It's not. It's not.
Cool.
It's back. It should be back. Is it back? Okay, Virgie, give it a refresh in a second on your end on Rumble. See if we're back. Are we back? Are we back? This is some people are saying it's our fault for messing with Dark thing, and I'm like, no, it's our fault for messing with Dark Brandon. They're saying.
Okay, I think it's back. It's just Rumble has a little bit more latency.
Okay, let's see. Is it back? Let's see. Can you guys see us? Refresh. Refresh.
I think we're back.
Okay, we're back. Yay!
Hey!
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. What happened? $2 for Meme Comics. Lizzo ate my parents. That's a Rumble rant. Lizzo ate my parents. I'm loving these Rumble rants.
Cigarettes killed my mom, killed my dad, and raped my mother. That one.
Do we have any reads today, or
We do have a read today.
okay?
Thank
While you set
so
up,
fucking
while
much
you
for
set
that.
up, Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. If you sign up right now just for $5, that's it. $5 a month. I mean, there's other tiers, but $5 will get you all this cool stuff. You'll watch every single Wednesday show. What you think of the Rumble ones? Let Wednesdays double it. Trust me. But also we do movie reviews. We have to pick our review for this month. I believe Pink Trip's going to do it with us. We have to set up a day for that, but we have all the old reviews there as well. So patreon.com/We're Not Sorry, Mersh.
So we do have a new sponsor.
Yes.
Jake's Mint Chew. They produce very fine CBDX chewables. Jake's Mint Chew, which has no nicotine, no tobacco, no sugar. And it's totally healthy, safe to swallow juices. Why?
It's got to be a better way to say that, right? There's got to be a better way to say the
Totally
swallow
healthy
juices.
and safe to swallow juices.
I don't.
No monkeypox here.
Can
folks.
I spray the juices on my face?
Given today's climate, I wouldn't. I would get a vaccine first.
I wouldn't.
Mint is actually good for your digestion. Well, that's
Got it.
That's why I enjoy a nice, because people know I'm not the most healthiest person in the world. That's why when I'm having stomach problems, a nice mojito. I like to have a nice mojito, settles the stomach.
As acidic as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Fag.
Extra acid.
Yeah.
Jake helps thousands of people quit dipping tobacco while enjoying so. So I guess they make these CBD like pouches.
Right.
So if you're trying
to
quit-
replace like chew.
Yeah, if you're trying to
I
get
got
off
it.
dip, and it
Oh, that's a
goes in there.
super good idea.
Yeah, mint
Honestly,
ci-
that's a great idea because the truth is that fucking dip will fuck you up.
Yeah, it's
worse
like-
than smoking.
Honestly, dying of like lung cancer is more dignified than like getting the mouth, throat, jaw. Like that's rough. So yeah, they have straight mint, citrus, cinnamon, and wintergreen, and they have a 7-tin and 10-tin CBD variety packs. If you want to try them, Jake's Mint Chew, and yes, they're sending us some to try.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm gonna find somebody that's a dipper.
I actually know some people.
Find
that
a dipper.
I know some people that are.
Promo code RTC, like it is anywhere else. Go to Jake's Mint Chew and check them out.
Also, Sage Retard with $5 in the Rumble chat. Cheers. And then K-Rads, Rumble. Sorry for interrupting your time. Thank you. We'll be right back. We do have a guest coming up second hour. So just, you know what? Just for fucking 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes.
Just hold your horses.
Why are you Jewish?
Do you like your novelty comedy songs organic? Handmade with painstaking care, put into every note? Well, look no further than Irrational Times. Using only the finest instruments to create an experience that your ears will thank you for later, Irrational Times attempts to elevate the whimsy to a desirable level. New songs and sketches every week, so check it out. No one's gonna tell me how I'm gonna boogie. Come on, everybody, boogie bump it tonight. No one's gonna tell me how I'm gonna boogie. Come on, everybody, boogie bump it tonight. No one's gonna tell me how to boogie. Come on, everybody, boogie bump it tonight.
Here's what you can expect on the Sunday Night Shit Show.
And I promote your fucking train wreck of a show.
Check us out on Sundays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on DLive.tv/Sunday Night Shit Show.
In a world where our very way of life seems to be under attack from all sides, and our freedoms are slowly being ripped away, Guns for Tards is fighting the good fight to help protect America from its enemies by advocating Second Amendment rights for our nation's most vulnerable and often overlooked citizens, the mentally challenged. Our founding fathers believed that a well-armed, trained, and educated citizenry was the key to a free and prosperous society. But Meatloaf also said 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We believe that Tards are our second to last line of defense against ISIS, and we at Guns for Tards aim to provide the means and the programs to give proper training and resources to Tards in your area, helping to make the country a safer place. There are over 40 million mentally challenged Americans living today, and by 2020, we plan to arm at least 10% of them. We want to get as many guns in the hands of as many Tards as we can. But we won't be able to do it without your help. So please, pledge your help today. Arm a Tard. It's not that hard. Go to www.gunsfortards.com for more information, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter by searching for Guns for Tards.
Gunsfortards.com. Gunsfortards.com. Extra rounds for folks with downs, helping to protect your town. Gunsfortards.com.
Do you miss the 80s? Ever wonder, how was that awesome synthwave music made? Come on, I'll show you. MV at Work. airing some nights from 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Central on YouTube/Mythical Vigilante.
Now, do you think Cosby's legacy will be hurt?
Yeah.
You do, huh? I mean, there was a comedian, Patton Oswalt, he told me, I think the worst part of the Cosby thing was the hypocrisy. And I disagreed.
You disagree with that?
Yeah. I thought it was the raping. That's my feeling, most rapists are hypocrites. You don't meet many go, I like raping and I know it's not politically correct, but by God, people go, well, he's not being a hypocrite, and that's the worst part.
Second hour, ROTC. Thank you for staying with us. Friday show, Rumble Fridays. Partying with the boys. Thank you guys. Hey, give it a rumble. Huh? What do you think? Give it a quick rumble. Mersh, we have a guest. Why don't you set that up and I'll do the technical aspect of that.
Yes, joining us now for a second time now. I guess he's really trying to gun for Harrison Smith's record.
See, a second time. He's never been on the show.
What?
He's never been on the show.
He's been on the show once before?
No, he hasn't. We talked to him off air once.
I thought you were on the show.
You were not on the show, were you? Because I'm right? Oh, it's Siraj. Hi.
Siraj, guys, from Habibi Bros on Rumble. And one of our buddies from Rumble. Sorry, we started off with an argument. I can swear you were on the show.
Siraj, please, care to explain?
Merch, whatever you're smoking, I want some of that.
Yeah, he's never been on. I know he wasn't. It was off air. Nice. It was off air for sure.
I've had a weird week, Siraj.
It's okay, Merch. You know, we all go through it.
And I think, can I just say something? I want this on the record. That might be part of the head trauma that I suffered earlier.
In your
today
accident
from the car
earlier,
accident.
he's going to sue somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, thank you for coming on, by the way. Seriously, we really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys. As always, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, well.
He says it better.
In salad, I guess.
He says it better.
I don't know, man. Look, I could tell you stuff in Spanish, I guess.
You could. I mean,
I'd prefer
I
you
would not
didn't.
understand you, and I could probably pass for the whitest form of Cuban. Is that might be?
Yeah, but I could be very light packy. So you see what I'm saying? Like,
That's true. Yeah, you definitely would. People would assume you're Pakistani if we went to Pakistan. I literally shaved my beard yesterday. I had to nuke it. I just
yeah. You were done.
I pick the hairs off. It gets rough. So, decided to nuke it. You know, I obviously said Allahu Akbar before I did that.
Of course.
And now I actually change races as a result.
Nice. You know, I thought you guys only shaved your beards off when you were about to fly a plane.
I don't know how that works.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned, Murray.
Oh shit!
This is not good. Look, now
off to a great. I love Rumble now. See what I'm talking about?
There's a 21st birthday coming up there, guys.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, stop talking like
9/11 could drink now.
Stop talking like that. The president's gonna have to fire up his LED light display.
Leonardo DiCaprio suddenly piques his interest.
Fucking exactly. I mean, I saw your 9/11 tweet was fucking killing me the other day. By the way, with the Leo one, 9/11's 21 years old, and it's just Leo popping up on a Snapchat or whatever. So
yes,
I saw somebody else say that Leonardo DiCaprio must really hate 9/11 because he won't date any girls that remember it. Oh fuck, dude. Oh man. But yeah, no, I mean it's poor time, by the way. We're not mad at Muslims anymore. They're mad at white people. And now it's when you decide to be white, bro. You fucked up.
Look, I am just saying that there is either two ways of looking at this, okay? One, stop appropriating my culture.
You're right.
And two, welcome to Gitmo.
Oh, awesome. The whole country's Gitmo now.
I want it on record. Yeah. I am not appropriating your culture. I'm Irish. We also treat women terribly.
Oh, that's a very good point.
I'm not infringing on your copyright.
Well, do you have any roofs to throw your gaze off of?
Not that he could speak of on air.
Not not very tall roofs. Unfortunately, all of Ireland is like the Shire.
And to be fair, I'm Cuban. I also hate women, but they fight back in our culture, and they really hurt us. So
And they're tougher than the men.
They are. I don't know what it is. It's all the border jumping, I guess. But thank you, by the way. Being on Rumble has been so fucking
This has
nice.
been the greatest thing ever.
It's so nice.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Be able to talk and bother you every time. Every time I panic, I text them. I go, "Your thing's not working. What the fuck?" And then I go, "Oh, sorry, it is work. It was my fault. I'm an idiot."
Yeah, that's why I love group texts, because then I get woken up and I have to.
Good.
I had to fulfill the prophecy of being a Pakistani IT guy.
Oh, but then you know what, sir? You did a great and fantastic job so far.
They're tired of the Indians being all the IT guys. It's another one of those beefs between those two countries. They're like, we need to get more guys in IT.
I don't drink Indian Pale Ale. I only drink Pakistani Pale Ale.
Ooh, I like that. I mean, that's good. And let me say something. Look, all I'm going to say is, you put an Indian or a Pakistani in the room, I can't tell the difference.
Unless they're me, of course.
Of course, unless they're you.
Duh, the smell.
Yeah, but hey, man, I mean, first off, I checked out some of your show. You're a pretty funny guy. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that. You should try stand-up.
You should try doing like a show.
You should do a merch.
He's such an asshole. He's wearing the name of his show on his shirt.
Literally right here.
Hey, I'm wearing
branding.
Chris Benoit on mine.
There you go.
Wow.
It's an old Crippler shirt.
Too bad he crippled himself and his family.
Body by Bowflex. What are you going to do? You make sacrifices. Anyway. Yeah,
well, I appreciate the praise, guys. I mean, I had thought about doing stand up for some time. I haven't actually, we're all three of us are based in Florida. It's not like there's a real happening, comedy scene in these parts. So is there?
It's funny because you and I.
Tampa has like a lukewarm comedy scene.
Okay,
but I mean, I would rate it as like it's alive, but it's barely. Orlando's sucks. And Miami's was always weird, too.
We were talking to Ryan and Danny, actually, about this, because during COVID, they were doing a lot of stuff down here because it was open, and they said the same thing. It's like, well, no matter how cool Florida is, like, the problem with Florida is the comedy scene fucking sucks. And it does, if you think about it, and I think it has a lot to... I mean...
Remember when Danny just stayed here?
Yeah.
Him and Ryan Long came here, and then Ryan Long went back to New York, and Danny was like, yeah, I'm staying in Florida. This is I'm gonna. And he went back to New York eventually, but when everything was still super locked down, he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here. I mean, everything's open. I'm gonna go get some wings."
How long you been to Florida for?
About a year and a half now.
Okay, so you're new Florida.
Wait till it starts.
Yeah.
Wait till it really starts taking a hold of you.
Don't worry, buddy. It starts.
Oh
happening.
no! Trust me, guys. I am like fully like I'm wearing a t-shirt now, black t-shirt, very like northeastern of me.
Yeah.
I have already 24 Florida shirts.
Bro, this place fucking rules.
Dude,
I'm
you're gonna have the
telling you.
mullet. You're gonna have like a biker mustache.
Oh, you need a mullet and
You're gonna
mustache.
be shooting guns. It's gonna be nuts.
I almost got away. My wife almost let me get away with just keeping the mustache. So close.
Mersh tried that for a while, and it was so hard to look at him.
It wasn't. Yeah, it didn't.
I wanted to look
like
memes
Dax.
circulating on Twitter of me with the mustache, so I'm sure you could find it somewhere.
And there's memes circulating of Mersh with the mustache.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
You guys.
See, I wanted like a kind of a Dax Harwood thing, and I ended up looking more like a French rapist. I was like, all right, I think we'll just
Pepe Le Pew.
You know what the funniest part was?
French rapists now are Somalis.
I had to get interviewed for. For this thing that was like whatever, it's an important thing, and the producers of that thing were the ones that even said, "Hey, so you're trying something new, huh?" I was like, "Yeah."
Oh no!
And they're like, "Yeah, maybe just for the interview, if you want to, maybe just." And they even still like, if you want to just maybe grow the beard back, and I'm like, "All right." I get what you're saying.
I love that. I love that you were shamed.
I was shamed by the producers of this fucking documentary because they were like, "Look, that thing is really disturbing."
It is tough to pull off a dope stash. My dad can do it really well, but then again, he is the hairiest person I know.
Like Robin Williams levels, because that's a hairy man. Okay,
a lot of people don't know Siraj's dad is the Iron Sheik.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's right.
He has the best shit poster of all time.
His Twitter feed is like, bro. The Iron Sheik thing's so funny because he just sold his account to like I think it's like 2 writers, like 2 comedic writers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not his account anymore.
Yeah, it's not. So that's anything you see that's fucking crazy. It's these writers, and that's what's happening with a lot of verified accounts, where they get verified and they don't want to tweet anymore, so they just sell them out. Which is also showing how shitty Twitter is, by the way. Which like it's not verified anymore. It's not him anymore. You know,
my favorite is like the legacy artists that weren't even alive when like they were dead long before there was Twitter. But like Tupac has an official Twitter. Yeah. And it'll tweet out like pro LGBT stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, no.
Tweet out a black square.
It's like Tupac was a fucking pioneer of LGBT rights.
Yeah, I don't think if you've heard any words in any of his songs, you'd agree with that. But yeah,
didn't he beat the shit out, like choke the shit out of a producer just because he was still hanging out with Dre and he thought Dre was gay?
Yep, that's actually fucking true. Yep.
Didn't Tupac also get like shot in the balls?
Did he get shot? Well, he got shot twice. Like the one he got shot once, and then the second
when
time
he was in New York, he got like shot multiple times. One of the places in which he got shot was in the balls.
And by the way, Tupac has an account, Mersh, to answer your question, because he's still alive. He's in Cuba. That's the theory. Did you not listen to the Machiavelli album, or is that just me?
Did you not? Yeah. Who didn't? Look. If you didn't think Tupac was alive for at least like the 10 years following his death,
you're the idiot.
Yes, exactly.
Honestly, I still think he might be alive. Look, my point is this: we didn't have the internet back then, so all we had were theories about Tupac being alive, and that's pretty much. Oh, and we will quote like Austin Powers a lot. That was pretty much our life.
A lot of Austin Power quotes, a lot of misinformation being spread around via telephone.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
Yeah, I remember somebody said Procter and Gamble. I mean, the whole thing for me was I was at Christian school, so the whole thing was like, "Do you know Procter and Gamble is actually a Satanist company?" And they were like, it was this whole like long thing.
And then you become an adult, and you're like, "Oh,
they are.
They're one of the 6 companies that controls the world. I guess they are."
I'm trying to remember this tweet from Andy. I think it was Andy Levy who wrote this, and it was something along the lines of some. I'm trying to find it because it's one of those tweets that you look at and you're like, God, why didn't I think of that shit? And it was something along the lines of something happening over the last year, some big story. And he's like, well, I guess we can safely say Tupac isn't alive.
Yeah, but you know, the truth, the funny part is we were saying it the other day, I think it was yesterday, it's like, bro, everyone's like, oh, you're conspiracy theorists. I'm like, bro, all the conspiracy theories I've thought of are true now. So like, I don't even know what you want to hear from me here. And I will say, you know what, dude? Fucking, if I'm Rumble, I'm sending fucking fruit baskets over to YouTube. Because every time they fucking bop somebody, they come over here. Like Andrew Tate did. We were talking about it off air. But
Jesus.
When Andrew Tate showed up, I was like, holy fucking shit. This guy brought, how many people were watching at one point?
120,000 at one point. I'm sure it peaked higher than that, but.
Yeah, it did. I think it got to like 129K.
It was insane.
Something insane like that.
And then you guys, but yeah, if you're gonna send gift baskets to YouTube, you should probably also send maybe some flowers and some wreaths to Twitch.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know exactly what I wear many different hats. One of which is obviously I work for Rumble, but the second of which is that I am the co-host. I would say co-pilot of the Habibi Bros with Jay Mujahid Kobe. Who is living, unfortunately, in California, but he'll be out in Florida next week trying to convince him to move out here. Hopefully, we can actually all get together.
Shouldn't be a hard
bro.
sell.
Let us know. We will help you sell. It's not difficult.
It's not difficult at all. I think honestly, just him probably coming out here would be enough because he hasn't been out to the west coast of Florida.
Right.
Shoot a gun or two, have some Cuban bread, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna start filling out a change of address.
Yeah. And I think right now it's one of those times where, I mean, if you're still in California after COVID lockdowns, summer 2020 riots, the recall, and now if you're still there after all this, all the blackouts that they're about to go through and this energy crisis, and the fact that they're implementing mask mandates again in different parts of the state, at this point, if you're still complaining about being there, that's more of a you problem. So like, I am hoping to get my buddy out of there.
It's true because I feel the same way. Where you're like, we both on the show, you feel bad at first, and you're like, all right, bro, you've had a chance to leave now. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
they do not want you there. Leave, you know? So, I mean, hopefully that, you know, listen, I'm a big believer of this. I keep making exceptions for people to move here, but I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, no more. No move too many people. I was saying it yesterday, but did you know that out of that 28% of address changes at the DMV since the pandemic started were changes to Florida? Florida's supposed to get 845 new people every day for the next 3 years.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, I'm struggling to find. You know what? Can I give you props too?
Yeah.
I got to give Rumble props. This is a true story. So I've been looking for. I'm moving. I'm in the process of moving, and because he brought up, he knows I've been struggling to find any places available because everybody's moving here. But I swear to God, I'm talking to this guy last night, and he owns all these properties,
Right.
so it's like dealing directly with him. And he's like, yeah, man, blah, blah, blah. He's like, so what do you do? And I'm like, I do like digital marketing stuff, some YouTube stuff. And he's like, and he said to me, I'm not even shitting you, oh, that's cool. Hey, are you on, you ever heard of Rumble? Are you on there?
Ooh,
And I was
nice.
like, you know, now that you mention it, we do our Fridays exclusively on Rumble. And he's like, oh,
That's
yeah, that's
awesome.
cool. And you could tell this guy's kind of based,
Of
obviously,
course.
on some properties in Florida. But right away, he's like, all right, man, we'll fast track you, dude. Just like, we'll work out the deposit.
And also,
Yeah,
I
was
wanted
like,
to
cool,
say,
man.
That's
now-
awesome.
But yeah, it's just weird to hear somebody throw that back at you. Like, oh, you ever heard of this Rumble? And I'm like, oh, I love Rumble. Yeah, it's great. So you guys are, it's creeping out there, man. And the diversified content is just so brilliant.
the normie stuff, like we were telling you off air too, but like that helped, dude. Now you have like the hey, you know, lo-fi tunes to to work to, because a lot of the places make the mistake where it's just all like hardline political
You need
content, and
people
you're
that
like,
cook. You need people that do sports. You need people
I
that do
called
pro
it.
wrestling. You
Yep.
need you need all.
I
them
fucking
motherfucking-
called it.
Virgie did call it. To his credit, he did call it, and it's funny.
What did
be-
Verge say? What did Verge say?
Virgie said the same. Virgie was always when we started, we were first started talking about being on Rumble and stuff. Virgie checked out the site, and he comes off air unprompted. He's like, "Rumble's going to work," and I go, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, because there's cat videos on the main page."
No, he literally just went cat
dude.
videos, and you're like,
the number one test for
what do you
any
mean
new
cat video?
platform.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly how long a platform is going to last by how many cat videos they have within the first 6 months.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
That's what's wild about that, Virgie, and to you guys as well. That's Rumble's bread and butter. Like it was basically founded upon cat videos.
Yeah, and
Yep.
but
I fucking call
we
it.
call it Virgie's cat video theorem.
it is. It's really true. It's really
And it
true.
works out. It is. You don't want to have, like, if you go to a website, right, and the whole front page is like, war for the soul of America, battle of fucking liberal global lizard elite, and then the next video is like Sticks, Hex, and Hammer, like, here's the proper herbs to grow to summon a demon, and then like the next guy's like, the fucking moon landing's not real, and it's like, is there any sports? That's where Gab went wrong. They banned sports.
They did have sports on Gab.
They banned sports.
They had
They
Gab.
banned sports.
They unbanned it. You're allowed to talk about
they
sports on Gab, but
Wait.
only if you mention that it's a Jewish trick.
Yeah, it's like, look, you're allowed to post box scores as long as you remind people that it's bread and circuses and the Jews are,
And
blah,
I'm
blah,
like,
blah.
all right, but can I watch the Rams game, please?
I just want to watch a football game and eat a chili dog. Just wanted to enjoy a Sunday.
Okay. All right. Speaking of football games, I found the tweet. It is Andy Levy.
Okay.
I'm glad I remember this. So Super Bowl this year was in Los Angeles. They had this big West Coast halftime show, which was awesome in spite of Eminem being a super lib. And Andy Levy tweeted out, "Okay, well if Tupac didn't come back for that, I guess it's official."
Fucking fair enough.
That's a pretty good one.
That's a good. By the way, that I will admit that was a really good. I mean, even though they're all fucking assholes, that was a member-berry good halftime show too, man.
It
Like,
was.
That's
yes.
all the bangers I had in my fucking car. They were playing.
Yeah, I remember.
Politics really has ruined everything, though. It's ruined like literally all the shows we watch, all the
TV.
movies we watch, all the music.
It sucks, dude. And I always say, like, people go like, "Oh, there should be more conservative stuff." I go, no. I just don't want I don't want either side. I want to be able to watch a fucking show and be like, "Oh, that's a good show." I don't need to be bombarded with whatever stupid politics are there. That's another reason why I think I like Better Call Saul so much or Breaking Bad so much. Like, they never hit you over the head with that shit. I mean, they had their views or whatever, but it was like, okay, it's a good show. But now it's like anything you watch, the entire She-Hulk show is just basically one long tampon commercial.
I can't. For some reason, the very first thought that came to my mind were the. You remember the Chappelle Show rocket pads?
Yes.
That's the. I don't know why. I don't know why my mind is going to that right now, but I'm on like his Dave Chappelle remembrance tour right now, and the very first thing that like everything with respect to like Biden's speech last night,
right?
Like the very first episode of Chappelle Show involved that Kinko's pop copy sketch, and I keep thinking about like how the U.S. government thinks of its citizens, and like with speeches like last night, anybody would ask like Chappelle would represent the U.S. government or Biden and basically be like, why would you treat the American people like this? Why? Because fuck them. That's why.
Fuck them. That's why.
Bro, it is that speech was fucking nuts, dude. Like, honestly, it's one of those where I don't
Everything
watch
from the visual setup, the optics, the tone.
It's by design. It's by design. It's all of it is by design.
You think so? You think this was all like on purpose?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. It's intentional. Look, I don't know if Biden's making the calls himself. We always thought that President Applesauce Brain has a number of handlers who just, make his moves, whether it be Ron Klain or our queen, Jennifer Rubin. But at the very most, I can't think of really anything that would be more deliberate than basically trying to offer a quote unquote non-political speech, which is obviously overtly political, and then trying to rally the entire country against a subset of the population that just believes things differently.
Dude, it blew my mind because we were saying it before. It's like, even you understand that there's a lot of people that you're basically telling them her aunt who has a MAGA hat is evil, and her cousin who has a MAGA hat is evil. So now it's not just like the great uniter in chief that we were fucking promised is a crazy guy that's about to get us into a nuclear war. And then say they're about to get into an armed nuclear war, and they're telling the MAGA people are the mean ones. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. I don't know what it's going to take, but honestly, what I was saying, it might be by design, but what it seemed like to me was they're flailing, right? Because at this point, they've tried everything. Even gas prices have gone down. But so you know what else has gone down? His approval rating still. Because they're trying to dig themselves out of the hole, and now they're in the final stage of like, I'm just going to scream at you. You're all evil, and it's your fault. This country sucks because of you.
Well, and also what's so wild is that like, Biden, and I listened to the first hour of the show because I wanted to see what your guys' takes were on the Biden speech. I love the bit about the curing cancer part. Like,
he literally said that.
It's so great.
He said that.
You think he's going to do it?
He is literally a cancer on our nation.
Yeah,
just amazing. And if he were serious about beating cancer, he would resign. But he does. I don't want to sound like a resistance hole right over here, just because like I spent so much time during the Trump years making fun of the hashtag resistance.
Of course.
So I never want to like stoop to that level. But it's one of those things where like you have to love the irony of how he says to his target group, obviously the MAGA Republicans, that you can't only love your country when you're politically winning or in charge. This motherfucker, he and everyone else on the left all hated the U.S. Oh, how is this such a racist nation during the Trump years? Like,
oh yeah,
no,
the nation's been was so amazing, except for the nation was horrible, and a lot of these people like you.
I don't know. Farouk was pretty good. D'Lo Brown was.
No, that's wrestling. The corporate ministry.
Fucking asshole.
You fucking dick. You're such an asshole. But it's true. It's like this level of all there's a lot of people that said they were going to move to Canada when Trump won, who are still here saying that they're loyal Americans, and that's my favorite part. I've seen a lot of people, bro. It's getting bad because no matter what they say, they're eating them. So that blue MAGA stuff is hilarious to me. They're fucking eating themselves. They're yelling at each other, and now Rob Reiner and Bill Maher are fighting.
Yeah, look, some of the pettiest fights I've seen happen over the last few months, just completely unnecessary. I, for the most part, have just abstained from getting involved in like any of these battles just because it's a waste of time. At this point, you know, especially within like people who are not part of the left, whether they're centrist, moderates, they're right-leaning, or just full-on far right, I feel like they have a lot more in common just to be against what we're seeing right now than any other time. And at least I haven't been like this disillusioned by kind of like politics as a whole since the 2003 Iraq invasion.
Dude, and then you know, connecting to that, and then they roll out Dick Cheney like he's a good guy, which to me blew my mind. I'm like, guy's a literal war criminal.
Funniest thing ever.
They literally have the memory of a fucking salamander. Like I don't know how. I literally became a registered Democrat because of Bush 43 and Dick Cheney and the Iraq invasion.
Okay, don't blame me.
And then I just like I had to completely leave once, basically. Well, it was funny because like in 2008 when Obama was running, he ran on as this like. You know, every Democrat basically ran as like this anti-war, you know, peace dove. And I was like, yeah, we should be like anti-war. Why are we going in and invading all these countries? We're literally in the middle of a recession right now. And we need to take care of our own. We're spending billions upon billions. How much money do we pour into Iraq? Like $1.2 trillion.
Well, at one point, well, is that counting the $2 trillion we lost before 9/11, or because
I'm sorry, post 9/11.
Post 9/11, about 1.6. I want to say, if I'm remembering.
Mind you, I'm sure some of that taxpayer money probably went to Al Qaeda.
Fucking some, probably most, if you think about it. The weapons definitely did.
Well, listen, hear me out on this though. What if, and this would be pretty genius, what if the people running this country, the whole plan is to just make this country so fucked up that China and Russia would never even think to invade, right? Like, what if they're that's our plan, is we're going to make this country so worthless to invade that why even bother? Huh? Smart.
That honestly, I've thought about that for quite some time. Obviously, you know, I know people kind of quote Saul Alinsky ad nauseum at this point, but a lot of things that, you know, you saw in the Biden speech last night kind of fall in line of that blueprint, that strategy.
Yep.
And every time I think about like what they're doing to our country, I can't help but think if the Chinese or the Russians, but you know, Russians aren't as strong as they used to be. If the Chinese Communist Party were trying to destroy this country, I always ask myself, what would they be doing differently? And I don't have an answer to that, because this is the exact strategy that they would take in order to destroy the country.
Not one bullet needs to be fired. Not one Red Dawn scenario needs to happen where they're parachuting in. All they need to do is they'll fucking destroy it. And they are. And they are.
I mean, Biden's co-opted the entire Democrat, you know, both Democrats and Republicans, mind you, are co-opted.
Oh, yeah.
Many of them are compromised, and a lot of them are compromised by the Chinese Communist Party.
Dan Crenshaw.
Dan Crenshaw, Mitch McConnell,
Lindsey Graham,
Dianne Feinstein, Eric Swalwell. I mean, like, there's too many to count.
Oh, Swalwell fucked the Chinese spy. Forget all that. Like, he literally fucked one. So, and that's where we are. But you know, it's funny because it does remind you of something. And I have on the screen right now a picture of 5 CIA assets, and well, one of them
and some FBI ones.
One of them was for sure in the CIA, for sure. One of them, and that's just
hold on.
And the other one's Bush.
We literally lost the 5th one this past week.
I know. R.I.P. Gorbachev. R.I.P.
R.I.P. in peace.
R.I.P. King.
He died the way he lived, with a weird tattoo on his head, or birthmark, whatever. I think it's a tattoo, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's fucking giving China, bro. China controls the NBA. It controls all of our movies, and they think it's like they don't need to. Right now, when China says we don't want black people on a poster to Disney goes, okay, boss, and they completely take them out of the movie, and that's what happened. And here's a funny story to show you how censorship works. The new Spider-Man game came out for the PC, right? So as soon as it comes out for a PC, they do mods like any other game. And this guy modded the game to replace all the pride flags in the Spider-Man game with American flags. That was the mod.
Really?
There was a huge article. They got mad at him and they kicked him out of the modding community. He's not allowed to be in it. And they asked him, and this is true, what he did, why he did it. He goes, all I did was turn on the Middle Eastern mode in the game, which automatically removes it in the game, except I left the English language in it. That was his entire mod. And they just like, no one's talked about it. No one said anything. That's all he did.
Oh my God.
Yep.
He
exploited their own fucking system. And then they're like, well, and by the way, to be fair, it wasn't Sony that did anything because they're the ones that made the game. It was the modding site, which whatever. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But that is so fucking hilarious to me, right? That it's like, I didn't do anything but use something they had in the game. The only thing he did was when you turn on different, it wasn't just that, like China do. When you turn on different things, it switches the pride flag to an American flag, right? That's just what it was. He just turned it on, except he did like a little tiny mod that left the English in it. That's all he did. And then
we're gonna get to the point, guys, where like, you know how you have like different, official buildings, you have the American flag and then you have the state flag. I'd say like in the next like 5 to 10 years, it's going to be permanently American flag, state flag, and then the pride flag.
Oh, yeah. I think absolutely. By the way, in 10 more years, the pride flag's going to be the one on top. I mean, it will. It will be. It'll be a pride flag, and then it'll be a trans flag, and then it'll be a BLM flag, and then the U.S. flag. Maybe. If they have room. If they have room.
I just put another article for you in show link.
Sure.
It's actually super common practice for them to do that with video games.
Okay, I'll grab it.
Which is the funniest part about the whole scenario. Every single video game where like Call of Duty and shit, when you go and you make your gamer tag and it has the little pride flags.
From Game
Rant. In the
Middle
East, they don't have that shit.
From Game Rant, Call of Duty, Warzone Pride calling cards aren't available in the Middle East. Despite being used in nearly every country around the world, Call of Duty Warzone's Pride calling cards are unavailable in the Middle East. Which, honestly, I understand why they're doing that. They're a business, and I get it. But that being said, they're also the one that had a forced Black Lives Matter message every time I logged into Warzone during the riots, and I couldn't skip it. I had to look at it.
Remember that?
So it's like, fuck
Remember
you.
that? It was taking like 12 extra seconds, and you're like,
fuck this.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that look, I know that it seems like really tiresome to think about it because literally every single time something happens and it becomes the current thing, every single corporation basically mobilizes like in tandem, and they coordinate obviously to push forward like that mainstream narrative, that talking point that they have. What drives me nuts is that it's so predictable every single time. I don't know how everything with Ukraine, like you'll still see on even streaming sites that have nothing, like even Restream, for example. Restream still has like the stand with Ukraine. Like it's been 6 months.
The Restream's logo, I'm looking at the Restream logo as we speak. The Restream logo still is the colors of the Ukrainian flag. Still, right now. You're right. I'm looking at it right now. And by the way, those flags are hilarious because I know so many people on Facebook that have those stupid flags and the fucking little
those flags
overlays.
are like a good filter for me though. Like like if you have one of those on your Twitter account, I already know you're a fucking idiot. Like you're a mark.
Yeah.
Well, what's amazing is that no one gave a shit about Ukraine before Russia invaded them, and we're shipping like tens of billions, now probably in the hundreds of billions, maybe over $1 trillion. How much money have we actually sent?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
doesn't
okay,
matter. We can just print more.
on Well, initially it was 88 billion, but we've given another 10. We're probably at the one that we know of, by the way. There's back channel stuff we don't see, but about 125 billion, give or take, we've given them. That's not counting weapons, which, by the way, the report that NBC did said that only 30% of the weapons we're sending are getting to the military or the front line. The rest are just disappearing, which means they're being sold.
So what drives me nuts is that, just in the last 2 weeks, or was it last week? God, time is just moving so fast. Biden announces that he's canceling $10,000 worth of student debt for each individual, and then $20,000 if they had a Pell Grant. And you basically got the culture war fighting over student loans. Meanwhile, the same government that's doing this shit is sending tens of billions of dollars overseas to countries that don't give a fuck about us. They don't. They do not care. They're never going to pay back that money.
I wish they didn't care. They hate us.
Never expect them to.
They hate us.
They hate us. They
hate
straight
us.
up hate us.
Yeah.
We are literally I am.
It's true. I would settle for ungrateful.
But you know what? Enough. But
you know what I mean? I would settle for ungrateful, but it's like I'm giving you money so you can try to kill me with it.
By the way, but enough about Israel.
I believe. I'm sorry. I believe you meant to say Palestine.
Well,
you mispronounced it.
I know you're right. Good
More
point.
like isn't real.
You
Am
know-
I right, boys? Just kidding.
You know what's funny? Israel was literally caught with spying devices outside of the White House, and we just let it go. Everyone stopped talking about it, and I'm like, guys, this is kind of a big deal.
It's not as big of a deal as the fucking recording devices inside the White House, Royce.
Yeah, it's called. Yeah, I know. It's called MSNBC.
So you guys know that I came down to Florida from DC, right?
Yeah, you told us from DC. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
so I
love
was
it
there for well over a decade. I was working as a political journalist, and dude, it is the most everything that I didn't realize how toxic that place is until I left it. But looking back on it, it is maybe the most it really is swampy, but the most incestuous place on the planet. I don't.
Evil.
I mean,
it's evil.
I don't like. I honestly hate thinking about going back there because I still have family there. But every time I'm there, I just I have to always keep my head on the swivel, just because I just don't like that area anymore. Everything from COVID to just the nature of DC, it's completely ruined the place for me.
I kind of feel the same way about New York. That's another place that we go there a lot because we do a lot of shows up there, and every time I go there, I'm like, this place is just sad, and it sucks because I used to like going to places. Even when I was a kid, man. When I was a kid, I remember liking those field trips to Washington D.C. We're gonna see the state capitol, and here it is. And I remember one day that always stood out in my mind, right? We went 4 or 5 years ago, right, to the mother of all rallies up there in D.C. to cover it. So we went and we showed up, and it was so cringe. It was so fucking cringe. The fucking MAGA boomers so cringe. But anyway, they were doing your typical MAGA boomer cringe shit. And then it so happened that same weekend was the weekend of the Juggalos. We're having a whole fucking march on DC because remember a few years ago when FBI declared the Juggalos a gang like MS, and they were like, bro, we're not, and by the way, they're not. Look, their music sucks, obviously, and whatever, but when we hung out with the Juggalo people, they're actually very nice to us. But the funniest part there, we were standing there in the Washington Mall, right in front of the Washington Monument is where we were at, and I remember this father in uniform walking, holding the hand of his daughter. Do you remember this? And his daughter had to be maybe 6 or 7. And you could tell that he was showing her the Capitol. First time it was going to show her. And he had to walk by.
He was a Navy guy wearing his white Navy thing.
Yes.
Taking his daughter. And it was the day the Juggalos were having a giant concert.
And all you smelled was fucking weed, right? And then this. And I'm looking at him, and my heart broke because you know that this guy
It was
was
just a
like,
bad day-
this
bad
guy was just like, I want to show my child the reason I fought for this country, the reason I missed so many birthdays, and all you hear is people drinking Faygo. You smell weed in this.
This motherfucker's walking by holding his daughter's hand,
I
shielding
know.
her eyes, dressed like fucking Donald Duck.
Yeah.
And we were just howling.
And I was like, this is insane.
I
I've
was
never
howling.
like the juxtaposition of what I was seeing there. And I gotta
And
think
I'm
of that. It's
proud
like,
to be an American.
Hey, look, on the real though, like if you think about it, we we have these rules in place to defend the speech that we don't like, not the speech that we like. So let that be a lesson to his daughter that look, I paid a dear, me and thousands upon thousands of other American men and women,
and Dan Crenshaw's eye,
and Dan Crenshaw, Jesus Christ,
Our friend. Shout out to the World Economic Forum.
Sorry. I didn't mean to fuck your whole thing up. I just really hate Dan Crenshaw.
WEF in the house.
literally spilt blood for this insane clown posse concert to happen.
And by the way, after we were hanging there and you talked to them, they were right. What the government was doing to them was fucking wrong. Dude, juggalos are cringe and they're stupid and whatever, but they're not an international gang. They're just a bunch of Midwest kids that like shitty music. And they,
you know what happened is, Royce? I think this is what happened. This is Trump's biggest foreign policy mistake that he ever did. Okay, he beat ISIS
personally.
because
with his
you
bare hands.
because you took away a villain.
Exactly.
You take
but
away
also
a villain.
because that's my uncle's organization, and you shouldn't do that.
Well, okay,
that hurts the that hurts the family. That hurts the family business. The hurts the bottom line.
I'm more of a
really don't
Muslim
appreciate
brotherhood.
that.
Buddy,
I really appreciate that.
I hope your uncle was smart enough to invest in the Taliban because they are doing great.
We lost 19 of our finest soldiers almost 21 years ago.
And by the way, you'll never forget the hit you took when they invaded Iraq on my wallet.
It was a tough day. It was a tough day for all. But no, for real.
Not for Israelis. They were dancing, but I hear you.
No, I mean, no, I'm glad we defeated ISIS.
really
But
good
it's one of those things where they're literally trying to measure everyone to like the ISIS standard now. And obviously MAGA Republicans are basically being measured up against that standard, and every single exaggeration they're trying to make, Biden saying we don't condone or we condemn political violence. These motherfuckers for the last 7-8 years, ever since Trump announced he was running for president, they have been, if not just screaming in everyone's faces and trying to deplatform and cancel everyone, they've been literally beating the shit out of and trying to kill anyone who voted for Trump or supports him.
And it's true. And I mean, fucking literally, they killed Ashley.
Ruining people's lives.
But they killed Ashley Babbitt, so they are literally killing people. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And the fact that they call this, look, anytime someone calls it the big lie, which is really funny, I'm like, all right, so, but which side of that big lie are you on? Because, it is a lie. It's just which parts do you believe is the lie?
Well,
right?
I'm gonna believe the side
Right.
that wasn't putting up pizza boxes, so we couldn't see in the voting rooms to see what was happening. See, that's my thing. They were being so shady the entire time. Look, here's the thing. The problem is, even if the last election was 100% above board, the way they handled it is making people think what are you guys hiding?
Right.
Why are you being so fucking weird about this? It's like, if your girl finds out you're cheating, right? Perfect example. If you're not cheating, you'll be like, what are you, fucking stupid? Of course I'm not. But if you are, you're always like, what? Who told you that? And it's that's what's happening with, it's not, if they would have laughed it off and been like, no, it wasn't. What are you guys, nuts? And never talked about it again, people. But they kept going these people are dangerous to democracy, and they're doing what Hillary did when Trump won. They're not allowed to do that. And
it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like you know
one thing I have to point out here, and I don't know if you guys, if anyone here like subscribes to HBO Max.
I do.
Absolutely.
Okay, have you guys seen the documentary Kill Chain?
No. What is it?
Oh my God! All right, so this is crazy. Okay, this
Wait, what is it? So I
documentary
can write
came
it down. What's it called?
Kill Chain. Kill.
Okay.
Second
Kill
word chain.
Got it.
CHAIN.
Okay, got it.
All right,
All right.
and I recommend obviously everyone to watch this if you're able to. It is basically, it came out in like March 2020, so right as the lockdowns were starting to come down.
Mm-hmm.
What's so wild about this documentary is that it talks about how the 2016 election wasn't secure based on how easily hackable the voting machines were. Like if it could turn on, if it could connect to the internet, even if it's not connected during the actual voting process, the hack could have happened before the actual like voting day. But the reason why this is so wild is because Kill Chain actually gives the liberal perspective on why the 2016 election was hacked. It has people like Mark Warner, senator from Virginia, Amy Klobuchar. I'm not entirely sure if they got a Republican on there, whether it was like either John Hoeven or I don't think Tom Tillis. I don't think Tom Tillis would have fucked around with that. But in any event, you watch this and you're like, holy shit, this is basically everything they did in 2020, like, or they are at least accused of doing. And at that point, I don't even think at this point, I can't even confidently say that any election that we've had, at least in my lifetime, where they've used like electronic voting machines was done fairly. I don't know if any president we've had.
I'm not seeing a Republican. Klobuchar.
I don't think any Republicans. I was thinking like Rhino Republicans.
Right. Hey, but the narrator's Tom Welling from Smallville.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyways, you watch this.
that?
Watch it this Labor Day weekend, and your jaw will hit the floor because literally everything that you've seen happen post 2020, they fucking did. And then when the election integrity efforts were happening post 2020 election, HBO Max took that documentary down.
Wait, of course they did. Of course they did because they didn't want. Is it still? Is it up again or no?
It's back up. I watched it like maybe 6 months ago.
Okay, I will. Of course. They know that it's fucking that the whole thing's fucked up. Hillary said it. Remember, Hillary said that it was stolen. It's stolen from me. But while we're recommending movies, it's not political. What kind of actually? Have you seen that series on Netflix called Untold?
No.
Okay.
No,
there's this one. I guess kind of like 30 for 30, but a little better, in my opinion. They did one on Manti Te'o. Remember Manti Te'o?
Yeah. He had the brain damage. And...
No. That's when you're saying Manti Te'o was the one who was in Notre Dame, and he got catfished by a fake girlfriend.
Yeah.
Remember this?
Yes, I do remember
every
that.
news story was like he's lying, or he's stupid, or he's gay. Like I remember the gay, like Skip Bayless again, calling everyone gay, but it was he's gay or whatever. And I watched this documentary. It's very interesting because this guy's actually like very religious guy. He's a really nice guy. Was a very good football player. What ended up happening with him, and I felt so bad for him, was he got catfished by somebody, but this person that catfished him made like was a guy that catfished him, by the way, but like stole like a girl's account, like we normally do catfish, and then added his version of himself as a family member, like really intricate. And this person wasn't going after Manti Te'o; they were catfishing other people. It just so happened that he went to Notre Dame. He used to live in Hawaii, and imagine going from Hawaii to South Bend, right? Like fucking culture shock. So he met this girl online in California. She was also Polynesian, so he was talking to her, and everything was working out really nicely, except for the fact that she was a dude. Well, anyway, she went as far as to pretend that she died. He played his senior game.
I remember that, saying
my grandmother, which is true, my grandmother and my girlfriend died the same day. After this person found out that his grandmother died, catfish person said that they died. They interviewed the person. The person's in the documentary. And I'm going to show you something just to tell you why I brought this up. The person that did it to him, okay?
Was Hunter Biden.
I fucking wish. Yeah.
That would have been a good fucking twist.
That would have been great.
I would have appreciated that.
So at the beginning of the show, when I'm watching the show and I'm wondering, wait, what does this mean? This is on the screen. And I actually took a picture of it. At the time of filming, subjects were not aware that Renana identified as a transgender woman.
Oh, so it's all fixed.
The person who did the catfish, after they got so much heat, they went on like Dr. Phil and shit, turned trans.
Just to avoid the heat.
To avoid the heat, and it worked because what this person did, she cost him like $10 million. I did the math because of this whole stupid fake girlfriend thing. He was drafted in the second round instead of the first, which means you lose a lot of money.
That's a big drop.
So she ruined his life. And then she kept coming after him. And then after all of that, after everything, she goes, no, but it's I don't want to blame myself too much because I wasn't in my right mind. I wasn't the person I was supposed to be. Bro, I stayed up till 2 a.m. screaming at my TV yesterday like a crazy person going, you fucking cunt. How fucking dare you? Like, and I'm talking about she looks like Rikishi with a wig. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, no, for real. And
Royce, you know what I'm thinking though is that if you're screaming at your TV like this, you're probably just a soon-to-be trans woman.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I got to tell you, I pretended to be trans 2 weeks on Twitter. It was awesome. Best experience of my life. Yeah,
you're not actually now the trans man.
Oh fuck! I forgot to tell you that. God damn it! That's why That's why they've been helping us out on Rumble. They thought I was trans. They wanted to get some virtue points.
God,
I really wanted to get those.
Fuck.
Are they going to turn the faucet off?
That's why you kept asking me for nudes. It makes sense now.
I honestly thought Revenge of the Sis was
ironic,
true to its name.
We were getting the sis.
Yeah, we're taking them out.
Yeah, it's Revenge of the Sis, not Revenge to the Sis.
Social Observer with $5. Buy Taliban stock. Buy Taliban stock. It's recession proof. Bro, that's a really good line, Social. That's a very good line. Let's see if we got anything else that came in. That was really good. By the way, I do love that you could donate on fucking Rumble. The Virgin General bought a beer. Thank you. Virgin General. What an idiot. The Conservative Cannabist bought a beer. I'm a dipper redneck bish. Send her over. Okay. Jack Action bought a beer. Dayton Hypernova's music is terrible, and it's still better than Tom McDonald or Tim Pool. I think of the three Tim Pools the worst. You don't like Tim Pool's new band? Newfound Glory Hole? It's great.
I love that name.
Anyway, I think we came to the end of the show.
Yeah.
No, I think there's one more super chat. One more Rumble rant.
Okay, did you?
Sounds
okay. Siraj donated $5 and said, "Let Tim Pool cook." You fucking asshole.
Bro, let him cook. Man.
Let him cook, boy. Let him cook.
Let that man
the
cook.
Boy wants to shred. Let him shred.
Let him shred.
Let him shred. Okay.
I hope he has a whammy bar.
I hate these people hating on art. Okay.
You're right. You're right. My brother also had a cover band.
He's so good.
Yeah. Oh fuck, dude. Hey man, thank you for being on.
I know you guys only know me for a very short time,
Yes.
but during that, before this, I would literally on the Habibi Power Hour I would play the vaccine song, this vaccine song that Run DMC did in conjunction with the State of New York. I played that shit every episode, and it doesn't matter how many times I played it. Every single time I did it, our videos got demonetized.
Really? Oh, they must have had something out there.
That's crazy.
I was just trying to spread the good word of the powers that be that you should get the vaccine, and this is how they treat me. So now I'm anti-vax.
And that sucks because that's how I like my rebellious rock and roll is fucking approved by the State Department.
Yeah, me too.
And
And honestly, I want my rockers to be so cool that when they go and they meet the president with a beanie on. Sorry, I can't help it.
But yeah, I don't know. We should all go to like a Rage on Behalf of the Machine concert.
You want to go on a Rage on behalf of the Machine? That sounds
Dude,
great.
I remember going to a Rage concert back in like 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And that was like the last like great time it was to be a Rage fan. Everything since then just been a steep decline.
Well, there's a name for it. It's called Audio Slave.
I went last time and they were singing and they were like, "Thank you, I will do what you tell me.
Thank
you, I will do what you tell me." I'm like, what? This is a weird version of this song.
Rolling down Rodeo with a mask on.
They all they all have Band-Aids on their arm, and Tom Morello just fell asleep. He just fainted on the stage. What's happening?
Sleep now in the pod.
Bulls in an orderly line.
Bulls in an orderly. Sheep on parade. This is great. I love all these songs. They're fucking great. Fuck. All right, we're over time. Siraj, thank you for being on, man. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me. I
awesome,
appreciate
man. Thank
it.
you
And
Rumble Friday, baby.
We'd love to get you guys on Habibi Power Hour, inshallah.
Send in salad, bro. Just send me the
easily done.
Yeah, easy done. So just let us know. And we will be there with belts on.
Inshallah.
All right, man. Hey, thank you so much for being on, dude. Anything else you want to plug besides your show? I mean,
BB Bros.
So we do a show every Wednesday night, 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m. East. We do it on Rumble. Basically, the summary of the show is that we get drunk and talk about the news. And we started it during the COVID lockdown. So we have a lot of good fun on there. Jay is also like me. He's a happy. Like, my dad is from Pakistan. My mom is from Connecticut. His mom is from Arkansas. And his dad's from Lebanon. So we have a lot of things in common on that end. And also, we're just really sick of everyone's shit.
Oh, so you're both day walkers. You're like halves and halves. So you're day walkers.
Yes, that's right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're like mall cell phone kiosk Pakistanis.
Oh,
they're like cell phone store Pakistanis.
We're like the ones who get stopped in the airport, but also have insanely good credit.
Yeah.
You're right. That's
They're the ones
that stop at the airport but show up in a Mercedes.
They're the Pakistanis that get stopped at the airport and they do get detained, but it's because they had too much cash and like some of that fucking duty free liquor and like jewelry on them, and they're like, "What is this?" And you're like, "Hey, bro, what? I'm import export,
bro.
I've got so much."
Why is there
bro? How's this illegal?
Why is there TSA officer patting my balls? Okay, sir? I don't like this.
Dressed like uncut gems, like
Yeah,
one of those Pakistani.
exactly.
Like, bro, I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I just
fuck.
Vodka on explain is expensive.
That's a good point. Oh fuck.
Man.
Okay, so there you go. That's the plug.
Habibi Bros. I haven't posted a link in the chat, and
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you so much.
Hey man, thank you so much, dude. That was fucking great. All right, have a
Thanks,
good weekend, buddy. We got to hook up.
You
We're gonna
too.
hang out. All right, later.
Yeah. Peace.
Not like sexually or anything. All right, bye.
No, sexually.
Oh fuck! God, should have said it was.
I don't
trans.
want to really commit
And he hung
either
up.
way.
And he hung up.
Okay, I was gonna say
And he hung
I'd like to, I like to treat it like any get together where you leave it open to happening, but you don't really, you don't want to say absolutely yes or no.
Liquor enhances the chances it'll happen, is what you're saying. Guys, thank you so much. Rumble Fridays, boys and girls. Give it a rumble on your way out. Make an account, subscribe, download the app. This is super fun every Friday. And, of course, patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. Sign up for just $5. Help us keep doing the show. We really appreciate it. I'm assuming it is a Friday, so there will be a Night Live.
Night Live tonight at 10 p.m. So be there or be a faggot.
Damn, fucking... Yeah, we're Rumble. We can do whatever
That's why I want to get that out of my system.
Anyway.
Guys,
Guys,
be on after Nightwave.
Oh, hey, look at this.
Fancy
Yeah.
man.
Wow, the remora fish is latching on to the great
right
white.
there.
To the great white.
Yep, that's what I do.
And after that, Gregorio latches on to Virgie, and round we go. All right, guys, thank you. That's right, Monkey Mike. I haven't forgot about you. All right, bye.